Oops, that didn't go to plan. Look at that guy down there. Shit. Just managed to catch one of them in a Jilla safari net. You can catch him. And I went to get some glass at my chest, and I spawned him back out of the Jilla safari net on top of all my ME network, and I shit myself. I managed to run up here before he exploded. Son of a bitch, I'm going to have to kill him and get another one. Oh, it's daytime as well. Meh. I better go down in case it's waiting for me. Fuck it. The bastard. It's from a jailer safari net, so it won't despawn either. Ah, interesting. He ain't coming out. No, he's out. I'm going to make another safari net and catch him. Anyway, you can catch charged creeper nets with jailer safari net, just so you know. I tried catching one with a normal safari net on the live stream the other day. It didn't actually work, so I have to make another safari net to catch him. And what my plan is, I'm going to put him in glass on the wall up there. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Oops. There we go. One captive charged creeper. Hello. Hooray. And I can see it from the inside as well. I did have some explosive issues and some escaping issues, but there we go. Hello. Well, hello there. Aqua here again. Welcome back to FTB Unleashed. Just messing around with a charged creeper there. I've got a few things to say thank you to people for at the start of this episode. One of them is Rex just sent me a message saying at +370, +137 ish on the world download he found this, and in it had 2 portal guns, and it has on my world as well. So if you download the world, it looks like you're going to get 2 portal guns if you come to these coordinates, which is quite useful, and an extra division sigil, which is quite nice. I'll leave the rest of that in there. Yeah, screw it. Take it all. Let's take it all. So yeah, if you download the world, there's a nice couple of portal guns here for you, a default one and a Peabody's, which is kind of cool. And this is just a couple of 100 meters east of the base, roughly near that NPC village, which I've been to many times, and I never actually noticed that down there, hidden in the trees. Looking at. So yeah, let's head back to the base. Another thing I want to say thank you for is High Tech Country Boy made me a video showing me how to use the factorization 3 times or processing thing, which is really useful. I've never used it before. I do plan on using it. I don't know if I'm going to get to it straight away, but I do plan on setting something up with that just to see how it works and all that. So thank you very much for that. It's very much appreciated. I will link that in the description of this video if anyone else wants to have a look at that. And what else was there? There's lots of other stuff. Someone in my Feed the Beast forum thread, and I can't remember your name exactly. As if I didn't have your name exactly. I don't want to say it in case I put it wrong. Let me quickly go. Say the name I was going to say was Dark Knight, but I don't think it is Dark Knight. It's Dodge. Where have I got Dark Knight from then? Crazy. I got D right. That's Dodge asked me to do a picture of myself. So if you are curious what I look like, there's now a photo of me on the first post of my Feed the Beast forum thread. It's in spoiler tags, so you don't have to see my ugly mug unless you want to have a look. But that's what this person talking looks like. If I know it's often very different. People, when you see them, they look very different to what they sound like. I've not got anything to record my face out yet, but I will get around to getting a webcam at some point on my PC. I was always scared that it could be turned on when I didn't want it to be, so that's why part why I never had one. Anyway, I changed this. I didn't like the way I was stepping down there So I've done a couple of things actually. Let me just talk you through them. One of the things I've done is I changed the floor in here. I'm kind of really liking these force bricks. They're all stood there. Now I think partly it's because I've opened it up to downstairs. That's what I'm going to show you in a minute. I think they're all stood there because NPCs like wooden doors, don't they? And pretty much one of the only wooden doors in my base is that one there. So I think they're all trying to get to that, which is what, when they was downstairs, I was always in that corner. So I think that's what the issue is here. I think they're trying to reach that wooden door, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I made the stairs down here bigger. There was just a ladder there. So you get down into the basement like this now. And I opened this up, got rid of the glass here, just had it step up to all the tanks. And we've got an extra couple of tanks here now. We've got creosote oil, which I use to make the frames for my bees. And I've got a tank here that's going to be honey, and I've got a tank here that's going to be force, liquid force, I think. That's definitely going to be honey though, and that's something I want to get on with this episode, but I keep running out of blaze rods. So what I do want to get on with this in this episode is mob farms. I never covered that up, did I? Let me just cover that up. It looks scruffy. That's been there since the other day when I wired up the bee machines. Now something else has changed down here. I've almost run out of seeds. Now I've changed, not on this, but if I do this with a wrench, parcel requests, I've done it so that these can take partial requests, so if there's just one seed left in there, it'd go to there. I've changed these so that these don't accept partial requests, so this will wait for a 64, because if this took partials as well, then it could keep taking them from that and I'd never get any planted. So that was also on a comment, so thank you very much for that. So yeah, they're all set to only accept 64s, I think, or accept partial requests. So if there was less than 64 in there, I don't know how it works. I've done this kind of wrong. I will redo this at some point. I don't actually need supplier pipes there. Just your standard, your basic logistics pipes would work there, because the basic pipes have got the ability to put things into stuff. So for the planters, they'd work. Right, because this was getting low though, in my main base, when we get back to it, I have had a composter making fertilizer. No, that's a composter. No, that's a sludge boiler. Yep, I've had a composter making fertilizer for a few days, so I've got thousands of fertilizer. So I've added an extra power line up here. I've added a fertilizer. Give it one of the radius upgrades that I had left over from when I had the more planters, and I just shoved some fertilizer in there to give myself a bit of a boost on seeds. Well, the fertilizer is really nice and easy to make. Let's have a quick look. Same as all the other machines. Machine frame, reception coil, some plastic sheets, and this one takes silver ingots, some leather, and a glass bottle. So these components, the plastic sheets, a frame, and the coil are pretty much the same for all the MFR machines. Speaking of MFR machines, block smasher, I've not made one yet. Well, apparently block smasher is what I want to be using to break my blocks. No, what they like diamond blocks and gold and emerald blocks and stuff like that. That I should be using the fortune hammer on, or the fortune pick. Apparently a block smasher will get me either better results, so I will be making one of them. So again, that was from a comment. Thank you very much for that. A couple of people let me know about that, so thank you very much indeed. Anything else I've done out here? Oh, I made a bit of scaffolding. Scaffolding is pretty straightforward. It's IC2, I think. Just uses refined iron. Iron fences, refined iron gets you 16. Iron fences is just refined iron as well, so it just takes refined iron. And just made a little frame for the power tower there to make it look a bit more industrial. What else have I done? I've moved the cow over. I've moved Skittles, the big ram, over here. So he's out here now because I'm going to use that as a little spawning chamber over there. And the cows. This works. I've had several stacks. Is my chest full? It is. I've had several stacks, as you can see by the full chest there. Let me back out. Let me sort this out a bit. As you can see, no, I'm stuck. Yeah, let me out. Thanks. Come here. I've had several stacks of wheat into these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the cows stay okay once you put conveyors there. So that stops the baby cows getting back in and getting stuck in the wall and causing cowception. So no more cowception, which is a good thing. Let me grab all this out of there. It's manual. Oh, that's another thing while I'm here. I noticed that these machines kept drawing power even when the chest was full. I looked in there and there was constant idle was going down and there was a little power use each time as it tried to work. So what I've done is, under there, that's a cobble structure pipe under there with a gate on it, and that's just a bit of redneck cable. I've done it the same on all three, and all I've done is I've set that one to, if tank's full, redstone signal on, which puts a redstone signal onto the rancher, which turns the rancher off. And same there, that's just inventory full, same thing, redstone signal through the redneck cable, turns the rancher off, and again there, inventory full. So that just stops them using a little bit of power, just because it was using power for no reason. And then if I take anything out of the chest, of course, then that condition stops being met, the redstone signal goes off and it'll start working again. So yeah, I just added that. Thought it best to. Now I don't think, oh, that's actually still breeding. Okay, I didn't realise they still had wheat in them. No, they both have. Okay. Anything else I've done? Right, yes, there is something else I've done, but I'll go sort my inventory out and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, then back with a clean inventory. Have I emptied that out? Yes, I have. Wonderful. I'll get rid of that. A couple of things we can get rid of on here. What have I done? I've done raft lamps, so that can go. Let's get rid of raft lamps. We can now make them, so we don't have to have them as a to-do. Cow farm completion. It's not fully automated yet, but as I spread the ME network across the base, that'll be complete. It's close enough for now. I will automate that at some point by putting level emitters and automate the wheat into the breeders. Laser drill completion, that's done. The laser drill is as complete as it's going to be for now until we go nuclear reactors as an extension to the build there. Steve's Cat Tree Farm not done yet. ME network, we've done the process part of it. We haven't spread it across the base though, so I still need to spread it across the base, but craft and let's call it extend. So I'm still need to do that. But now, mob farm is what I want to get on with, because I keep running out of blaze rods and ender pearls, so we need to get on with that. So I'll leave the rest for now, just like that. Bit of some gaps in there, but we'll fill them up pretty soon. I've tallied this up a little bit. That's the fertiliser I'll tell you, but look how much I've got. I've got 66,000 fertiliser in there just by having this underneath the cow farm, collecting poop and gradually processing it. I moved this around here. It's exactly the same setup, apart from I've dropped it down into the floor one. But rather than the table being sat on top of the gate there, it's just next to it. But it still triggers the same. It still triggers the same wet scheduled. Turns the redstone signal on, which lets the energy cell put power out, and the power comes into the energy cell from that way, and it goes into the lasers from that way. So it's a separate way in. The reason why I want to do that is because I've gone down, because we've got power running that way as well now, and I'll show you why in a minute. Nothing else up here, but I did add all that stuff into there for now. Now people are giving me, I'd say, nice information on using block smashers, which I will use, but for now I've been doing the diamonds, the emeralds. I'll save the diamond emeralds for now. I may block smash them at some point as well, but I'm just putting them through there and getting the minimum, well, not the minimum, but just the basic stuff from them for now. I've not been putting the quartzes in there though. The nether quartz and the Certus quartz have been staying. I've been going here, I've been doing them manually still. I've got all kind of junk in that's gradually filling up in it. I need to sort that out at some point with my, I need to get them two populated with stuffs. Right, so what have I done outside then? I moved the ram out of there because that's going to be a little spawning chamber to help me fill up soul shards. I need to run power to that though if I want to do that, so I may move that because I've got no other need for power over here at the minute, so it seems a little bit of a waste running conduit all the way over here when I could just move this to the other side near a power line that's already there. over here, this is where I'm going to build a big Farmcraft node. I'm going to start planting trees. Might do it on a live stream, I don't know yet. I'll start planting trees and build a big node here, and then gradually put alvees around it to grow the node bigger. Once I've got the magic bees bred, but I'm going to start doing that at some point. Build a little node, little pure node here. Our closest node, we've got one over there. That's 434. If I come over here, you'll see that there's one underneath, I think, because I can't actually find it. See, it's got a 545 and it's high. I think that's underneath somewhere, down underground somewhere. Oh yeah, and then this bit here is just, I think it's 29 by 13. That's just going to be where my house is going to be. So I'm going to build a nice little house here, just decorate a nice little, just a aesthetic build house. No machines are out in it. Just have a nice fireplace, shit like that. And I think I'm going to do a Japanese design that I mentioned on a video yesterday. That looks really cool. But yeah, right. So what I've done, I've run power under the floor here, and you can't see anything, but you might notice a little bit different here. What I've built is a little spawning area. So this is going to have soul shards in soul cages. I've run power ready to get grinders on both sides there, and what I'm going to do is have a grinder with a tesseract, item tesseract, and a grinder on both sides of the cage. On top I'm going to put a ender tank with liquid ducts running the mob essence into the ender tanks. So I've got room for 4 things here, and this is just light grey force brick, and then white force brick walls and roof, ceiling, and then this is the quartz glass that I made, and then on the bottom, just occasional ones of these quartz glass are the vibrant quartz glass, which emits a light. So there's no lights in here, even though it's nice and lit, well lit. There's actually no lights. Nothing would spawn anyway, because nothing spawns on the force brick, but I wanted it lit, so there we go. So it's got built-in lighting, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to get our first soul shards going. So let's go back to the workshop. Getting really lazy with that, just flying around everywhere instead of just running. So let's make a soul cage. I just move these chests down for now. Gradually these will all disappear as I put more stuff into the network, of course. So we're going to want 4 of these. We ain't quite got enough. So let's get 6 iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see my iron's going up nice and steady due to the constant ores coming in. That you can't even see them coming in now, by the way. Did I show you that? The ender chest that brings the ores in is now there, and then underneath that block, oh that's a cover, but underneath that cover there's the diamond gate. So anything that gets thrown in there gets put straight into that ME interface, and the ME interface spits things straight into the ME network. So that's what I've done there. I don't think I've shown that, so I apologise for not showing that. What we can make now is some soul cages. That's just iron bars. I say we need 1 more iron bar, so let's just make actually another 16, so we've got plenty of spare. That's going to give us 4 soul cages. Very nice, thank you very much. We're going to go there, and then we're going to need some red net cable because we want to be able to turn these on and off, and we're probably going to want to turn them on and off due to some kind of level emitter. Why do I want to do this? Might use ender tanks to start, ender chests to start with. So I've run the power under here, but I've not actually run the red net anywhere. So these are going to go in the middle of these rooms. Now I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again in case you're a new subscriber. The way soul spawners work, they spawn in the middle of an 8x8 square. So what they do, it's 8x8, but it's focused right on this corner. It's the northwest corner of the block. So if you see I'm looking north there or west there, right in that corner of the block is the center of the 8x8. So 1, 2, 3, 4 that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you want to do with your spawners is, I like to have them in a 5x5 area because that's how the grinder works, but even without the grinder, if I was killing them a different way, I'd have a 5x5 spawning area, but your north wall and your west wall have to be 2 walls, have to be 2 thick if you do it if you're making a 5x5 area, your south and your east walls can be 1 thick, but your west and your north walls are going to be 2 thick. If this was only 1 thick, this wall here, then mobs could spawn outside of here. So I always do the north and west walls double thickness. So I put that there, but don't actually want that there yet. What I need to do is run some redneck cable. For now, I'm just going to do it manually and run it to levers out here. But we will sort this out so it's all automated. But just to get things going, I think I'm going to do it manually. I'm going to cut the camera, just run a bit of redneck cable, like that stuff. I've got plenty of redneck cable, so it comes up underneath the soul cage, like so, and connects to the bottom of the soul cage. And I'll run it out to just levers outside. Yeah, I'm going to fill these gaps in, by the way, with glass, just in case you were wondering. So these will all be fully sealed. So I'm just going to run the cable under the floor a little bit, so that there's just levers outside on the glass here. Like, in fact, let me just do it. So I'll have levers on each of these that I'll just connect to the redneck cable there. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay then, I'm back. I've got a slightly different idea that I want to try. Now, just bear with me a second here. First of all, what I'm going to do is quite expensive. I'm going to make 5 tesseracts. So I'm just making some tesseract frames there. So they'll be cooking away. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to want 2 ender tanks. So let's sort that out. And ender tanks, there we go. My ender tanks show white there because they're full of milk, because triple white's full of milk, which is a bit weird. Ender tanks, shift click them, but I don't want white wool, I want green wool in them because they're going to be mob essence. So 2 of them guys. I've just been into the nether, got some more blaze rods, which is why I want a spawner, of course, and I've been into the end, I've got some more ender pearls for the tesseracts there. We also need some grinders. Now I've got some bits ready for this. Oops, I've just been Skyped and it's popped up. Let me just get rid of that a second. So grinder. So there were grinders. So click on that while we're in there. Grinders. We should have all the bits there to make 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have, excellent. Let's get rid of that. And now are these cooked? 3 are. Come on, hurry up. So what I'm going to do, let me just make 3. Let's just wait. It won't take long. So 5 of these. Tell you what, I'll get making them. So test. So what I've sussed out is you need to have the item there before you come into this. So item tesseracts, click, shift right click on the question mark. I'm going to choose tesseracts go there. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more when it's done. There we go. 5 of them guys. It seems a bit extreme this, but bear with me. I just want to kind of do it a little different way of doing it in a way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 of them down there. So that's touching that item tesseract is touching that ME interface there. So things can come from this into the network. So what I'm going to do here, owner only, even though I'm on a single player server, it's just good practice. And I'm going to disable that. Owner only, this is going to be receiver only, and I'm going to make 4 channels in here. So 1, name that blazes, and then 2, oops, cock that up high, name 2 enderman. I ain't cocked it up at all. There we go. And then 3 will be wither skeletons. No. Okay, 3 wither skeletons yet. 1, 2, 3. What? Cool. And then 4 will be spare for the time being. But then let's do it anyway. Let's call it spare. Just because I don't know what the 4th one's going to be yet. So we'll add that spare. Cool. And then actually want to disable that so none of them are actually connected. And that's what I'm going to utilise the fact that none of these are actually connected to actually form my connection. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it should. When you see it in action, it should make perfect sense. So if we come over here now, what I've done is I've got rid of the lever. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do it with levers at all. I'm going to do it fully automated. So I've got my rednet cable running underneath there, and I've got it running under each one up to a cobblestone structure pipe with a gate in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block here. That's one of my light blocks. I'm actually going to swap that. I want a bit of light in here, so we'll swap that for the vibrant quartz. In fact, let me just do that with that. That'll be easy, won't it? So let's break that one, but I want that one to be vibrant. There we go. I'm just moving that vibrant quartz block along there, so I've got a bit of light in here still. So break the vibrant quartz and then swap it for normal. Break. Swap. Wonderful. And you see I've set all four of these up. I've covered these ones up because you don't actually need to see that, but I've left this one open. This is the one we're actually going to be working on. So these two ender tanks that I made, I have one of these on each side there, so that's going to go there. Excellent. And same on this side. So there, that's good. And then we want the grinders in place. So one grinder, maybe the wrong way around if we place them like that, but let's just place and wrench them twice. So place, wrench, place, wrench, and last one, place, wrench. Now, I can cover that up now. I just want to leave that up and just show you, and I've not brought enough bricks. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. Back in a sec. There we go then. I've got two more false bricks from over there in the base, and I should have got some glass as well, which I didn't. So now what we can do is we can place tesseract at the top of each one of these. Well, I'm actually going to have to break that again because it's been at the gate. Nothing goes smooth, does it? So item tesseracts on each one, and we haven't set the channels yet, but we will be setting channels very soon. So what I'm going to do to set on the channel is, because we've got tesseracts there, we've got this condition: active input links, no output links. What we want is that no output link. So what we can do is we can actually set this owner only send, and we'll disable that, and say this one's going to be Enderman. We can set this one to Enderman. So this channel, this is going to be the Enderman spawner. This is set to Enderman, but because we haven't got a receiving tesseracts, so the tesseract at the other end isn't currently set to receive, so that's turned off. So that means that's turned off, which means we can put a redstone signal on, which means that will keep the cage from spawning. So we could put an Enderman shard in there now, and unless so you can see that there, that gate's turned on, you can see, because it's red. So that's putting a signal through there. So if that had a soul shard in, that wouldn't be spawning, because if you put a signal to a soul cage, it turns the spawner off. Now if we go to this other end, so it's completely controlled from in here. If we want ender pearls, click on that, click Enderman, tick. That makes that end active, which also means this condition is no longer met. Look in there now, no output links is off because it's got an output link. Redstone signal turns off, spawns Enderman, collects Enderman, puts ender pearls into there, sends them to into the ME network, and puts mob essence into there, sends that to the mob essence tank. There we go. So that's how we're going to control it. Kind of nifty. So it's just going to be a case of whenever I want ender pearls, just turn that on, and then when I've got enough, turn it off, and turning it off will do that. So obviously that'll work for any of the spawners. So I'll just select which spawner I want to get items from, and that'll keep putting items into my system until I turn it off again. Wonderful. So that's how I'm going to do it. Some point I might change that to a level limiter based system with separate tesseracts, but for now that's how I'm going to do all these. What do you reckon? Let me know what you think. So I cover that up. So I'm going to put that same condition on each of these, but of course each one of these has to send only, ignored. So this one can be spare. Each one of these needs setting up correctly. Now that no output links equals redstone signal. That's that one done. No output links, redstone signal off. Owner only, send only. This one can be wither skeletons. Cover that up. And then finally this one. Owner only, send only. Disable that. Disabling that because I don't want that to actually interact with the thing there. And this one's going to be blazes. Send that on. Oops. And then no output links, redstone signal. That should be turned on. So now I'm going to get a bit more glass. I'll be back in a second when I can fill all these blocks with glass. And we can go into here. And the only one we've got full at the minute is our blaze one. So our blaze one will be the first one we'll test this out on. And I'll be putting a blaze spawner in there and seeing if the system works. So I'll be back in a little bit. So I've got a bit of glass, nice and quick. I don't want to fill these up yet though, because I need to put the souls spawners, the soul shards into there. So there we go, tier 5 blaze spawner. This shouldn't turn on because that should be disactivated, so nothing should spawn. That's a graphic bug. There actually is. The spawner's gone into there, it's just not showing. So don't worry if that happens here. Now I can block that up. And nothing's going to happen while we're down here. But when we go up here, if now, click on that and go blazes, and tick yes, we should see blaze rod starts coming. So let's keep an eye on that for a bit, see if it's working. And there we go, 12, 13, 14. So that is working exactly as intended. Wonderful. So if we were to go down there now, what we're going to see is the grinder killing loads of blazes in there. The mob essence should be going into the mob essence tank. You can't see that because it's just pumping it straight out. But if we go look at the other end, let's go to the mob essence tank over here. We should see it going up quicker than it was. We're going up. Yeah, you can see it going up. Not very well though. Let's go down there. Show you a bit better. $148, $148.1, $148.2. So you can see there 100 mob essence per kill. So that's going up at a nice rate now. You can see it, should be able to see it pouring in. There you go. So that's working. And so yeah, it's just a case of now getting the soul shards filled up. So for the wither skeletons, I'm going to want to go and look for a skeleton spawner or two. So for that, I'll probably make a mistcraft age. Oh, look at that. And it's your red heart. I wonder where that came from. That's alright, isn't it? I wonder if that came from them. Should be no way it can get to me through there though, I don't think. I don't know. So there we go, that's working very nice. You can see the amount of mobs there. And this thing, if you could actually touch it, you see that it idles for a bit before it gets going, and it'll just keep getting, as long as there's mobs in there, it'll keep killing them. And you can see it's spawning mobs. What the fuck? Oh, it's a hat. Blew my mind a bit then. As long as there's mobs in there, it'll keep killing them. So that is working perfectly. And if we go back over here, we can turn that off. Safe in the knowledge that as soon as I press disable there, that's going to stop. It's going to kill the ones that are in there. That is an issue. So kill the ones that are in there, and whatever's in them ones are going to get wasted because it's got nowhere to go. But it stops the spawner. So I've got no levers. Which is nice. So once all 4 of these are in here, and I can spread this, I can keep extending this that way to get more spawners. I never actually have to come in here. It's all about that bit. And so expand that later, what I can do is, so I'm going to start getting more into tesseracts rather than ender chest now because of this channel. Now ender tanks and ender chest are useful early on. Ender chests are still useful for some things, but the fact that you can have loads of channels on these and actually have name channels and stuff makes them a little bit better for me. Even like the liquid ones, I might change some of them ender tanks to liquid ones at some point. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make a Mistcraft Age. I'm going to see if I can find some Thaumcraft Hills in there and pinch a couple of skeleton spawners. Then we've got the Wither one done, and then after that what we need to do is we need to get this auto spawner placed with power to it, and that in the tank, which is green, green, white, which is the output for the mob essence, and get an Enderman trapped in a reusable because we've only got what we've got 24 Endermen there, so that we can get from spawners, that we need to kill Enderman. So I'm going to get an Enderman trapped in a reusable safari net, so we'll make that now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 Ender ghast here. This is a reusable safari net. What I want to do with this is go grab an Enderman. Let me in, please. Thank you. What I want to do with this guy is, I don't want a tot. Tots can piss off. Tots do actually count. Is that a tot or not a normal guy? It's a normal guy, isn't it? I'm going to hit him once. I took him out to 30. 22. 8, that'll do. Next time he comes at me, I've got him trapped in there, and you see it's actually got the health that he had. What I can do, I can spawn him a couple more times and just keep jabbing him, get him down to 1. So what I'll do is I'll spawn him and then punch him with an open fist. 6, 5. Sometimes they're doing this so they die from fall damage. You've got to be careful. 4. Ideally what I want to get him down to. It don't really matter if it's just 2 or 8 or 9 or whatever. There's 1, and then catch him again. And I was in there with 1 health. So once I've got him in the auto spawner spawning, so if you look at the auto spawner, we can spawn an exact copy. So with that in there, with power and mob essence, that will spawn Endermen with 1 health, so I can just punch them, kill them real nice and quick before they teleport away. Wonderful. So that's what else I need to do then. So I'm going to make a Mistcraft Age, and I'll be back when I've made that. And just in case you forgot how I make them, well, we're in this room anyway, let's just do that. So for that I need 2 link panels. I want 1 bit of leather to make a linking book back to here. So leather and a link panel, unlinked link book, link that, so that'll bring me back to this spot. Always make sure you have a link book with you when you go somewhere. And the other one is we'll just put that in there in the book binder. That gives a descriptive book to a random age, which we can then stick on a lectern. Let's stick on that one there. What's that? That's Twilight Forest. Okay, that's age 3 then. So age 2 I've been to. Age 2 I'm going to do the week. Age 3 is where we're going to now. I'm going to take a book stand with me to place my linking book to get back on. And then we just jump through. See if random age, see if it crashes me. Wow. Looks like an end sky. Okay, now crazy, isn't it? Ocean world. Weird. Very weird. It's very weird. Let me look. That's an end sky, I think. But first thing we're going to do is put your book down. I hope lightning don't blow my book up. That would upset me. I'll just break camera and let this world load in a bit because it seems a bit weird. Back in a sec. Well, what a crazy world. It's just lake. Just one deep water. I can't find any land. So there aren't going to be any Thaumcraft dungeons in here yet. There is these Mistcraft dungeons. Abandoned libraries, so I might as well grab the pages out of this. That makes sense, doesn't it? Wondrous woods. And if you remember, behind these there's always a chest in one corner. Surface lakes, gradient, extreme hills biome, orchard biome, savannah biome. So they're going to go safely away into my Mistcraft and Thaumcraft bag, which has got a notebook in it. In the notebook, I could stick all them with the ones that we've got from the first stage that I went in. So they go safely into there, and we can go into. I think I have to make another world because, like I say, I was doing this to try and get some Thaumcraft dungeons for skeleton spawners, but there ain't none here because there's no land. The other thing I can do is I can go to that hollow hill. In fact, I'm going to go to Hollow Hill instead. I'll be back in a bit. I'll go to Hollow Hill. So here I am in the Twilight Forest. This is my book to the other Hollow Hill. Now the reason why I want to go here is because of a suggestion that Corey gave me before that I hadn't tried out yet. Magnum torch stops things spawning in a 64-ish area. I want to actually see if it works to stop mob spawning inside one of these. So I'm going to jump down here first, make sure I can move around quickly enough in case I get jumped on by loads of shit. I probably will do. So let me just... oh shit, there we go. Shit straight on me. So I'll put that Magnum torch down. Might be in the middle-ish. We'll see. There's loads of stuff already spawned, but let's see if stuff keeps spawning. Oh fucking hell. Sort of interest. Fuck off. This is going to take a while. I'm 5 hearts down already. Well, there certainly should be in here. Is Enderman everywhere. Friggin' hell, there's 4 of them. Is there a spawner? So I've seen an Enderman spawner in one of these before. A long time ago. Never found another one though. I've only ever seen one. Poisoned. Oh shit, it's getting dangerous. There's no way out. Let's get out of there for a second. Whew. Right, I wonder how long the episode's getting. Yeah, there was 4 Endermen there, weren't they? Might even be a spawner there. Not that we need it. We can fill this soul shard up pretty quick that I've got anyway. But... right, I'm back up to 5. So I'm back up to full health, should I say. Let's see if more of these guys spawn. Should have really got that soul shard out. It's only 4 kills, but I might as well have... oops, not using my looting sword there. I don't think there is a spawner. I think there was just weird that there was 4 guys together. Oops, what are we doing? Where's your weapon, you fool? Yeah, very odd. Don't let me see Enderman that close together, do you? Of course I've got more chests to loot in here. And hopefully what we're going to have in here is some skeleton spawners. Because there normally is. plenty of spawners in these things. So that's what we're coming for. But the other thing, of course, is rocky bees. Will have them as well. I'm curious to see if that actually does. Magnum torch just slow the spawn down in here. It'd be quite interesting if it does. What are you? Fire! Get away! Get away! Got a bucket of water on me. I have. Thank you. Lost my bucket of water. Whew. Let's get rid of that. That's one of them spawners, isn't it? Yep. Don't want them. We're nasty. So, run around the edge. Get this place lit up a bit. Oh, fucking hell. Don't like them guys either. Get out of there for now. Okay, I'm going to cut camera because I don't want this episode running too long, but have a little look around, see what we can find. I'll light this place up nicely. What's that? Poison spiders. Don't care for that. Sod's Law says there won't be skeleton spawners in here because we want skeleton spawners. Right, okay, I'm back in a bit. Go away. Well, unfortunately, there's no skeleton spawners in here, but I think I can definitely say there's a lot less spawn than there usually is. There's the odd thing dropping down on me, but really it's just the odd thing. These are normally full of mobs. There was that initial spawn of mobs that I had to get rid of before I placed a torch down, but I'm fairly confident that that torch is stopping spawns. Because I'm running around here and there's virtually nothing. Now there was a slime beetle spawner, there was a fire beetle spawner, there was a couple of poison spider spawners, but no skeleton spawners unfortunately. So that part of the mission failed. But I certainly think, look at this, this place is normally crawling. There's normally mobs everywhere in these, especially in the large one. There's a couple of floating wraiths around, but again, not as many as them as usual either. So I think it certainly works. So that's something worth noting, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go and find some skeleton spawners. I'll probably look for a medium hill or something, see if there's any in there. Oh, even better would be a Thaumcraft dungeon. But I'll work out. Oops. I'll work out a way of getting my wraith skeleton thing filled. I'll meet you back at the base, and we'll work out how to get some things into the auto spawner. I'll see you there. Okay, well, I'm back. I had no luck finding the skeleton spawners. I've not been in any more hollow hills. I did go into a couple of Mistcraft ages. I went into age 4, 5 and 6. None of them were flat, so I'll go into hollow hills and find some skeleton spawners at some point. But for now, I'm going to wrap up the episode in just a minute. I've just set up this in here. Auto spawner, mob essence, ender tank, and the energy cell there. I've got that disabled at the minute. But enable that. So this starts coming down, and we get our Enderman that only need one hit to die. Nice and easy. And I could gradually fill up this soul shard. I'd need to kill 1,000. I do want to get Soul Stealer on my sword. It'd make it so much easier. And I should be using the sword with the looting on, shouldn't I? There we go. That's better. Getting me some soul shards now. So I could just use mob essence. So all I'm using here is actually mob essence and power to kill these nice and quick. You see the speed they die at. I mean, you could get 1,000 pretty quick, to be honest. But ideally, you want Soul Stealer. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up there for this episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was enjoyable. Got a new hat. Ooh. There we go. So that's stopped there. Wonderful. So yeah, I hope it was enjoyable. And as always, I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.